Safeco Field with the roof over us tonight. It's raining outside. I'm Dave Neons and Mike Blowers. It's always something special when every 5 days you get a chance to see a guy go to the mound when you know that one of these days something special might happen. It might be tonight. When you look at where he fits as far as the Cy Young race is concerned, the only place he might be lagging behind a little bit, Mike, I think, is in W's.
I think that's it. And the sad part about that is a lot of that isn't his fault. Obviously, run support is key when you're trying to win games. Every other number, though, that you looked at, his numbers are right there, Dave. I think he's the best pitcher in the American League. I think he's the toughest pitcher in the American League. I think when the game is on the line and he has that one-run lead, he's the guy that knows how to finish games. But unfortunately, that's been tough for him this year at a 10-10 record. But everything else is there. Innings pitched, strikeouts, ERA, all those numbers are going to be there. Who knows? If he gets on a nice run here the last month, wins 4 or 5 in a row to finish up the season, I think he steals it. But if he doesn't, it's going to be difficult just because of the win-loss, even though at times it's not his fault.
I don't think there's any doubt about it that he's in the race. When you look at what he has done against the New York Yankees, these against the Yankees both here in Seattle and New York, he has beaten the best 3 times this year.
And I think he gets excited for those games, and that's when we usually see him at his best. So tonight, he's going to get the Angels. It's a club that has struggled. You talk about doing something special with the way that he's pitched since the All-Star break. That might be tonight.
Back when the Angels were in the race, and that's not to say they're completely out of the race, they're not, but they're fading a little bit, they decided to go and get a little help for their pitching staff, and they went to Arizona and got Dan Herron. He has not been the answer so far.
Well, he hasn't, but he's pitched well here at Safeco Field. If you look at his numbers, a career ERA 2.60. He's a strike thrower, not overpowering, will mix things up. The Mariners need to be aggressive early on his fastball, I think, because he will throw a lot of strikes and not walk many batters.
So the Mariners and the Angels, the Mariners owe the Angels a lot. They have won only 3 times in 14 meetings against the Halos. The M's and the Angels back with more from Safeco Field right after this timeout.
Good movement.
Well, they're coming in tonight to see Felix under the roof because it is raining outside. This is the middle game of the 3-game series with the Angels. And guess who threw out the first pitch just moments ago? Maybe the greatest closer in Mariner history. There he is, Kazuhiro Sasaki. And look at that. He's still throwing about 60 miles an hour. Just a nice little sinker. So we get set to play baseball as Alberto Callaspo will step in and lead it off against Felix. And we are underway with a fastball that misses outside. Dale Scott, our man from Oregon, big Oregon Duck fan, is the man calling balls and strikes. He's the crew chief of this crew of umpires, and the pitch foul back and out of play. It has cooled off 61 degrees here at game time tonight. The wind out of the south at 1 mile an hour, not a factor anyway with the roof closed here tonight. And that's foul off the third base side and out of play. Callaspo takes upstairs. 20th career start against the Angels. It's not one of his favorite clubs. He's 4-7 against the Halos with a 4.34 all-time ERA against the Angels. And a curveball that time. 2-2.
One of the things that we've seen from the Angels against Felix is they're very aware of his pitch count. They try to get his pitch count up. They'll be patient early in the game, trying to get him out of there if they can. And I think that if Felix is able to throw strikes here in the first couple of innings, going to swing the bat. Oh, what a play.
Man alive. That glove barely up there in time. That was headed right for his head. And he got it right in front of his face and kept it from ending up either against his face or certainly into center field if he doesn't make that catch. And watch his quick reaction to this line drive right here. Oh, man alive. That ball was coming back at him at about 100 miles an hour. There's something to be said about having a good follow-through, isn't there?
I think that you're right, able to protect himself anyways, and that's exactly what that was.
Got that heart pumping a little bit here as Howie Kendrick has taken the pitch inside and hit fouled on the third base line, the left field line. That ball is smoked. And a slider steam right over the inside corner.
Well, along with a lot of the things that Felix does so well as a pitcher, he's also a really good athlete. He can swing the bat and do some things.
Fly ball popped up. Easy play for Ichiro out there. 2 down. Let's look at the rest of the Angel lineup, Mike.
Okay, hitting third, it'll be Abreu, Hunter, and Matsui. Then Napoli back in the lineup playing first. He will hit 6th, and Ibar Mathis. Borges with a home run in last night's ball game. He will run the bases. He will hit 9th. And then the numbers for Felix, eye-popping. 204 innings already for him. 192 strikeouts this year. Opponent's average only 225. And the defense behind him, Saunders, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Across the infield will be Lopez, Wilson, Figgins, and Kochman. And Adam Moore will do the catching tonight.
Here's Abreu now, taking high and outside. Abreu got the Angels on the board in the 6th inning last night against David Pauly with a solo home run. That was to be the first of 3 in that inning against Pauly, who has shown signs of being able to go 5 and then always running into trouble in the 6th and certainly in the 7th inning.
And last night he was falling behind some hitters and ended up catching up to him.
Abreu on the pitch is a swing and a miss. If there was anything such as a 93-mile-an-hour changeup, that looked like one. It really did.
Well, it does, because Felix has such great movement on his fastball. It's a tremendous amount of sink to it when it's in that 92 to 94-mile-an-hour range.
Right over the outside corner.
And there's your changeup. Not much difference in the movement.
And see, absolutely a slow breaking ball. Bobby Abreu could not pull the trigger. Here in the first inning, a wake-up call from Felix to Felix off the bat of Callaspo. No problem. 1-2-3. Mariners coming up. And let's have a look at the Mariners list, Mike.
Darren Brown switching things up a little bit for the Mariners. Leading things off, it'll be Ichiro and then Figgins. Franklin Gutierrez, he'll move up and hit 3rd. Branyan 4th. Lopez, Kochman. Michael Saunders played 2 days in a row. He hit 7th. Adam Moore. Then Josh Wilson will hit 9th. And the numbers for Herring: 47 innings pitched, 9 walks for him. He'll throw a lot of strikes, 35 strikeouts. Opponents average 272.
He also gives up a lot of home runs. He's given up 29 home runs this year. As that fastball is a strike over the outside corner, only one man has given up more, and that is his old teammate at Arizona, right-hander Rodrigo Lopez, has given up 32 home runs. As that change misses outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. He always gives you a lot of innings. That breaking ball misses away. Ball 2, 2-1. 167 hits. 31 games to go, including tonight. And a can of corn out there to left field. So Abreu has no problem with that, and with 1 away, let's look at the Angel defense.
Okay, Abreu makes the play out in left field. In center field, it'll be Borges. Right field, Torrey Hunter. Across the infield, it'll be Callaspo and Ibar on the left side. Kendrick and Napoli back in the lineup. He will play first base tonight, and Jeff Mathis will do the catching.
Here's Figgy. Baltimore meeting tomorrow, and then one more trip to Anaheim. And these two clubs will say goodbye for the year, and the Mariners will say good riddance as Figgins slaps one right back through the box into center field. Mike Napoli is over at first base. It was only a couple of days ago when he was placed on waivers and claimed by the Boston Red Sox, but then the Angels pulled him back. And that's the reason he's still an Angel. Midnight tonight is the deadline for anybody joining the organization, your organization, to be eligible for the playoffs. If you're going to be in the playoffs, you can make deals after today, but when you do, he's not eligible to play in the playoffs. Down low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Rockies and the Red Sox squeezed in a trade this afternoon, swapping the Red Sox did. Manny Del Carmen, the native of Boston, for a minor league pitcher just hours before the waiver trade deadline. So Del Carmen now a Colorado Rocky, and the Rockies making a late run for the wild card spot. They're only 3.5 back in the National League. The runner goes, swung on a miss, throws her a little high and down safely with a stolen base, number 33, Sean Figgins.
Figgins gets a good jump out at second base. It's a breaking ball. Nice pitch to run on. Throw was high, so he's able to get into second base. The Mariners can pick him up, get Felix a couple of runs here early in the ball game.
A couple of starts ago, the Mariners got Felix 3 against the Yankees in New York in the first inning, and he put it on automatic control the rest of the way. 2-1 the count on Gutierrez. Steven Strasburg will have Tommy John surgery on Friday. Dr. Yoakum will perform that surgery in Los Angeles. Did he operate on you?
No. I was Dr. Joe.
Okay. And a ground ball. Nice pick over there by Callaspo. So 2 down. We're going to be joined by the Bone, Russell, by Jay Buhner. I think in terms of Russell Brandon stepping up to the plate, talk to him about long balls. The one he hit in New York and Jay's shot at Yankee Stadium. A couple of shots at Yankee Stadium up into the block out there. The one out by the ambulance and one in Baltimore the day before, too. Talk about lengthy home runs. Ball and no strikes to count on Branyan.
Aaron topping out at 92 miles an hour, 78. This is breaking ball.
Another breaking ball low.
Well, he keeps trying to backdoor his breaking ball, throwing it wide to the left-handed hitters and trying to get it to come back on the outside corner. He's not missing by much. Dale Scott, the home plate umpire, is not giving him that pitch.
A good pitch to hit that time. 2-1.
Showed you that Herron has topped out so far at 92 miles an hour. That last pitch, 87. He will take some off of his fastball to get a little bit more sink to it. Call it a BP fastball, batting practice fastball he'll throw when he's behind in the count.
And a change up that time. 2-2. Aaron blowing on his hand out there here on the last day of August. It's cool tonight. In the dirt.
Angels have the shift on for Brandon. Nothing unusual. Most clubs will do that against him. Howie Kendrick, the second baseman, out on the grass. Shortstop Ibar playing more up the middle.
And that's pulled up the first baseline foul. That grass on the infield and the outfield here at Safeco Field is manicured better than a lot of golf greens.
Bob Christopherson does a great job with the ballpark here.
Russell takes high. So 2 on with 2 out, and the Mariners seeking for that clutch 2-out hit from Jose Lopez, who has taken Heron deep. Who just walked in the booth there? Hey, Cos.
How you doing? Good to see you.
All he can say is, my, oh, my, my, oh, my. That's what I used to say when you were pitching. And that's off the glove of the catcher, Mathis, all the way to the backstop. And that will be a pass ball charge to Jeff Mathis. He may have been crossed up on that pitch, Blow.
Well, you would think that by now, you take a look at Mathis set up down and away, and this pitch stays up. It looks like a two-seam fastball. I think you're right. I think he must have been crossed up on that pitch. Looking for the slider probably with where he was setting up.
One. Another back toward the mound. It'll be picked up there by Heron, and he will gun him out. So the Mariners lead 2 out there in scoring position here in the first inning. We go to the second. It'll be Hunter, Matsui, and Napoli due up. No score. Great to have Jay back with us. If it's Tuesday, it must be Jay Buhner time. Right?
I know how to pick them, too. Felix is on the mound now.
You sure do. Great to have you back with us.
Good to be back.
Long. We've seen some, we were talking about long balls. That's right back up the middle. So Torrey Hunter has himself a leadoff base hit here. Felix in the second inning. And about your blast in New York, not only out there at the ambulance, but in the dark hitting area in center field. That one you hit in Baltimore over the hedgerow out there. But the one that Russell Branyan hit at New Yankee Stadium has to be right there with some of the best.
No doubt. That ball was a bomb. I mean, that needed a flight attendant, no doubt. So, and, you know, they've been talking about how guys have been trying to get up there during BP the whole season long. And no one's even come remotely close. So that tells you a little bit about the IBM tail of the tape inaccurate baseball measurements. Because they gave him, what, 440 or something crazy?
440.
I mean, I don't know if you could. It's 440 from first base, probably.
Well, here's Matsui, who hit one last night, nothing like Russell's in New York, but it was up there. It was off the hit at here at Cafe. Put up in somebody's tomato puree in the first row.
I bet they weren't expecting that, were they? A little extra dessert.
Hideki Matsui. One ball, one strike. Great to see Kazuhiro Sasaki.
Oh, he was good, wasn't he? Oh, man. Nobody better than that guy. He was locked in. Ooh, the fang, split finger.
Still has it. 60 miles an hour with good sink to it.
I love how he's telling everybody to get out of the way.
Yeah.
But he would always take you right to the edge. He'd always get one or two guys on before he would end it. Don't get me wrong. But then he'd get your heart popping.
Oh.
Good guy. Away that time. 2-1. What are the odds of this guy winning the Cy Young?
I'll tell you what, you ask anybody around the league, he's the one guy in the league that they don't want to face. He's one of those guys where you come up with the phantom injury or the hangnail, and I'm a right-hander. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it today. Somebody's going to have to pick me up. But 10-10. Great ERA, probably the best pitcher in baseball, in my opinion. Quality starts, 25 of his 28?
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. Microscopic ERA in the tops and strikeouts, but I think we all know the East Coast kind of dictates what's going on. You got Big CC over there in New York, and you ought to have 18 wins with that offense, probably the best offense in baseball.
Yeah, he should, but I think on the flip side of it, too, Jay, is watching Felix all year last year.
That slides right to the youngster Saunders.
He had 19 wins last year.
Yep.
And I think he's pitched better this year.
He has, no doubt. And
I agree with you. I think he is definitely the best pitcher in the American League without having seen everybody over the National League. But he is the best pitcher in the American League. And I can't imagine there is a right-handed hitter in this league that looks forward to showing to the ballpark when he's on the mound. But again, it's tough, and it's not his fault. Run support has been an issue for him this year, and that's why he's 10-10. But I'm telling you, he is as good as it gets. And you know, unfortunately, sometimes the best pitcher doesn't win the award, and it's going to be tough.
There's no doubt.
If he can get hot and he can run off 4 or 5.
He's got, if he gets 15 wins, and he keeps doing what he's doing, and he gets a couple, 3 or 4 more complete games.
Hey, we saw Greg Eagle last year with 16 wins, and then Lincecum has done it with 15 wins, which I think is the least amount a Cy Young Award winner has had. So if he gets hot, he can still get there, but he's going to have to win, I think, the rest of the way out to get there, even though, in my opinion, he's the best pitcher in this league. And
he's got some people that are supporting him. There are some people out there that have taken notice of his quality starts and the type of numbers he has and how filthy he is. But you're right. I mean, it'd be nice to get him a few runs here.
Yeah.
We had an interesting, trivia question the other night about the one Cy Young. Who was the Cy Young Award winner? This is excluding relief pitchers who had the lowest winning percentage and still won the Cy Young. That was Gaylord Perry with a .600 winning percentage.
It was amazing. 24 wins, 16 losses. He had 40 decisions in one season.
Actually, he had 41 because he had a save in the other one. Every time out, he got a decision one way or the other. 3-1 to count on Napoli.
Well, I tell you, for as young as Felix is, I love his demeanor. I love his makeup. I mean, he's an absolute bull, and it's his mount, it's his home plate. You got to love a kid that's that young, that attacks the strike zone and doesn't nibble. He ain't nibbling for nothing.
I think for me, that's the thing that has been just as impressive as the rest of his numbers this year, Jay, because these guys all want to win their games. And when you're going out there, and we talked about the run support for me, he's been a great teammate. He's never pointed a finger. He's never complained about it.
No doubt.
And he's just grinded out his games. He's pitched deep in all of them, and he's just been a lot of fun to watch this year.
And a high pop play. I'll tell you who Felix reminds me of, if he were left-handed, and he's not. At his age is Frank Tanana, who was a fireballer with the Angels when I was with the Angels, hurt his arm, and became a pitcher instead of a thrower, and almost had Hall of Fame numbers when he went to Detroit.
Well, he threw almost 100, didn't he, before he got hurt?
That's right. But this guy here has got that kind of stuff.
Well, you know who he reminds me of? Another Mariner pitcher. He reminds me of Freddie Garcia, because Freddie, for a big guy, could pitch, throw his changeup when he's behind the count, throw that breaking ball, and Felix can do that with better stuff.
Runner goes, the pitch is down low, ball 4. So Napoli on his way to first base.
And you can book it 200 innings.
Yeah.
Book it.
He's already at 200.
He ain't going to five and die. He ain't vulturing nothing. And he's one of those guys, a lot like that year when Randy didn't want to come out of the game. You couldn't pry the ball out of his hand. He wants to finish the game.
It's an uncomfortable walk for a manager to go out there. Right? But you have to love
that.
Yeah,
but when you're getting stared down, no doubt about it. I mean, how many times did Randy talk Lou out of in the first couple steps out, just the look he gave?
How many times did Lou just to get halfway there and turn around and walk back?
He just threw his arms up. All right, son. You could hear him.
Here's Ibar now, and Ibar fouls it straight back.
But that's knowing your personnel.
A lot of people used to get Johnsonitis and Ryanitis.
Especially when Randy didn't want to walk a guy and you had a guy 3-0. Guess what's coming? Wear it and like it.
I used to like the guys that would try to bunt on him and foul it off. That next pitch was going to be a little uncomfortable for him.
And a high chopper over the mound, slowly hit. Only play the first base, but going to get him? No. And the bases are going to be loaded. An infield base hit for Ibar.
Nice play by Casey to keep it in front.
The late Don Drysdale was about as mean a pitcher as I've ever known, and one of my best friends. But when a situation came up where a manager might ask him to give a guy 4, he'd hit him. And he said, well, why did you hit him, Don? And Don's answer was, why waste 3 pitches?
I love it.
Yeah, that's the way the game has changed.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Here's Mathis now. Really could use a ground ball. There it is, the double play ball. There's one, and dose.
Nicely called.
6-4-3, and Felix is off the hook here. In the second, we will go to the bottom half of the second, and still no score. Well, Felix gets the pitcher's best friend, the double play ball, as Casey Kotzman will lead it off here in the second inning for the Mariners. And Heron is high with his first delivery, ball one, 1 ball and no strikes. Always great to be joined by the bone by Jay Buhner. It's the middle game of the 3-game series, and the pitch is fouled away. The Angels' demise this year is unusual. They're not in it. They always are. This particular time of the year, usually have a nice lead. Not this year.
I think Kendry Morales really hurt him when he was hurt.
Oh, no doubt. Golly, and the way that all happened, damn. Yeah, you take a bopper like that sets the tone for you, getting some big knocks.
Switch hitter in the middle of your lineup.
Broke his bat that time. Let's go back and give him a stick as that goes back into the stands. How many bats did you go through a year?
Oh, I was throwing some knuckles, so I saw bladed a bunch. Did you ever think about that, Blow, about how many bats throughout the course of the year you went through?
No.
I want to say I probably went through probably 75, close to 100. I think Russell last year alone went through, they did a count, went through like 140 bats.
I know who had the most in the clubhouse.
Who's that?
Only took up 2 lockers. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you always had to have a gamer and then a backup gamer and then a backup gamer. He had like a dozen backup gamers.
Out of play again, and we count a ball into strikes.
Well, then there was that year that Nomar Garciaparra. Remember, they did a story on Nomar Garciaparra, and he had 1 bat all the way through the first half of the season. Now, I don't know how true that was. But you guys remember that story? I remember hearing about that story, and I'm going BS on that one. I'm calling.
He squared him up, but I don't think so.
That made for a good story, huh?
So Kotzman is down on strikes, 1 away. Tomorrow, for as low as $14 a person, you can bring your family, your friends out here to the last Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Night of the year. Families of 4 to 12 can get a ticket, a hot dog, and a Pepsi for just $14. Plus, you'll see the Mariners meet the Angels. For tickets, you can visit mariners.com/specials. Jason Vargas tomorrow night against Trevor Bell of the Halos.
Jason Vargas, that's a godsend for this pitching staff. Who'd have thunk going into the start of the season? You had him and Fister step up the way they did and have done. Pretty impressive.
And it's unfortunate with Fister that he ended up having that shoulder issue. Took him a little while to get back on track, but he's pitched well again lately. And Jason Vargas just done a nice job all year. ERA is at 3.5. He's pitched well.
A little friendly competition, and they keep feeding off each other. Go like that.
And he's rung out by the home plate umpire, Dale Scott. Looked like it might have been a little bit inside, high.
Two-seam fastball started inside and run it right back on the corner.
I think it's a pretty good pitch, wasn't it?
Yes.
Here's Adam Moore now. On the 1st of September, a lot of clubs will be expanding their rosters. You get as many as 40 up here. That never happens, but a lot of kids are rewarded for having outstanding seasons in the minor leagues, and that will not be the case with the Mariners for a while until Tacoma finds out how far they can go in the playoffs.
You know, they got their whole minor league system's done a heck of a job this year. They got almost every team in the minor leagues in the playoffs. That's pretty good.
Was your first trip to the big leagues in September call-up?
It was. Yeah. 87 after AAA Governor's Cup.
Line drive, base hit. So Adam Moore right on that one, right over Ibar, the shortstop.
I always look forward to that.
How much of a difference did it make for you just going into spring training the next year? I'm assuming you were in camp and trying to make a club.
And really and truly, my situation was with the Yanks. So my chances I knew going in
Slim.
that I had a snowball chance.
Take me into your first steps into that Yankee clubhouse.
Oh, it was a who's who. I mean, spring training every year, and still to this day, you had the who's who between Whitey and I mean, just down the list of Lou. I mean, and everyone coming through there. I mean, unbelievable. Mantle was still around. I mean, in the early years. I mean, there was guys. I mean, Yogi Berra. These guys are still going down there, so it was impressive. I mean, I was in complete awe, no doubt about it.
Base hit up the middle. So the Mariners now for the second consecutive inning with a couple aboard with 2 outs. But that was in spring training. How about when you walked into the clubhouse of Yankee Stadium in September?
Well, they had Dave Winfield, Ricky Henderson, Claudell Washington, Mike Pagarillo.
Were they nice to you?
I mean, nice to me. They didn't give me the time of day. They're like, the only thing they said, hey, go get me something to eat after the game and like it. Yes, sir.
Ichiro, fly ball to left field in the first. Fastball. In the dirt. Southern California native, went to school at Pepperdine out in Malibu.
That's rough for him to go to Pepperdine. Right on the coast. Sorry about that.
That place to concentrate on study.
Am I going to go to school or am I going to go surf?
And a high chopper over the mound. Shortstop Ibar has it. He'll eat it. But look out. Another base running error, and now they have got Sander, or rather Moore, tied up at third base, and they tag him out. Man alive, that's the second night in a row where errant base running has cost the Mariners a chance to perhaps have a big inning. And here in the second, look at Moore. He goes to second and doesn't even look at his third base coach, and now he's a dead duck as he's tagged out, and after 2 no score. A play, and here's a youngster with the great speed, Peter Borges, who was just named Rookie of the Year in the Pacific Coast League today. His dad is a scout for the Baltimore Orioles at deliveries down low and inside. He had his speed on display last night, both offensively and defensively. As far as the play at the end of the bottom of the second inning, there's really no defense for that. There's an infield hit, a swing and a miss, and running with your head down and rounding third, and you can't get back to third. It's hard to defend, guys.
Yeah, Mike and I were talking a little bit. I mean, you got to itch your run. You got to know your base runner, so you know he's going to eat it. The only play probably is maybe a backdoor play, so that's got to be in the back of your mind.
I don't know whether you heard the telecast or watched the telecast last night, but we were talking to Mark Gubicza. Gubicza said this kid is the fastest center fielder he has ever seen, bar none.
I watched him steal that base. He went 1, 2, bang, bang, and he's on second base. It was like unbelievable. But I tell you what I was impressed with was the backup play, throwing a guy out at third, throwing Goody out at third. And then you don't think that doesn't carry over to the at-bat at the plate, and he goes yard center field. Yeah. So, I mean, little things. You can't always do it with your bat. Sometimes you can do it with your defense, and sometimes they carry over and get things going for you offensively too. When you're a young kid coming up, and also you're showing that off. That's impressive. Do the little things. Take someone's job.
Full count. Got to get rid of that ball in a hurry. Look at him fly. So 1 down. Time for our AT&T trivia question. I know both you guys will get this one. The Griffeys made the Major League history on this date in 1990, becoming the first father-son combo to play as teammates. Which Griffey recorded the family's first hit that night? Was it junior or senior?
I don't know. Jay?
I know somebody went yard. I do remember that. Didn't they?
No. Well, they both went yard down in Anaheim
back home runs
against McCaskill.
That's impressive in itself.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, man?
Never happened. Well, I'll say that.
Yeah.
There's a base hit by Callaspo into left field. But I remember the one thing that, and I didn't know it until after the first game. That was at the Kingdome. But Senior was at the plate, and Junior was on deck. And you'll never hear this. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. I mean, imagine that at the Major League level. Believe that.
Oh.
But it was Senior that got the first hit. And then Junior followed with a base hit.
It's impressive. Yeah, you say that'll never happen again, back-to-back home runs. I mean, you never know. But
yeah.
It's pretty impressive when you really think about it.
And as I recall, I don't think those two home runs landed 10 feet apart down there in left center field in Anaheim.
I don't think Felix is real happy with Dale Scott's strike zone so far tonight.
That was a perfect pitch right there. Runner goes, and the throw through to second base, and off the glove of Figgins. So he'll get up by Yaspo and head on into third. And an error on Sean Figgins, a stolen base.
Adam with a strong arm. Gets off a good throw. It looks like Figgins just tried to throw it a little bit high. Figgins tried to make the tag a little too quick. Just closed his glove, had plenty of time to put the tag down and just missed it.
So that's a shot that run is on, the suicide squeeze, but fouled away by Kendrick.
Now that is an element of surprise with this guy at the plate. Wastes no time.
Well, that shows you the respect that Felix is getting. One run, the value of one run in this ball game. 2. And one hopper to third to the plate. And you're going to be out, baby. You're going to be out by a mile. Good play by Lopez.
Contact play as Kendrick bounces this ball. Nice play by Lopez. Hardest part about that play is to clear yourself from the runner. When Lopez caught that, he was on the other side, foul territory. Throw it back inside where Adam had an easy catch. Could see the ball and puts down a nice tag.
So Abreu is the hitter now. Strike on the inside corner. Kendrick likes to run. He's got 11 stolen bases. Threat to go here with 2 away.
That's Scioscia. Don't sit around and wait. Make something happen.
It was actually a good time for it. You get the stolen base, and then the error moved him up, and on the next pitch, put the squeeze on, catch everybody sleeping.
No doubt. And then contact play. Doing anything they can do to try to get that run in.
Well, up to last night when they hit the 3 home runs in the 1 inning, they had really struggled to score runs. So he was, pushing the envelope a little bit.
They've gone 30 innings.
It's amazing. That ball club.
Runner goes. The pitch is fouled down the left field line. So Kendrick will go back. Felix coming into this game, leading the league in innings pitched. 204 1/3. Already tacked on 2 2/3 more. So it's 207 innings pitched. We still got a month to go.
Makes you wonder how many they're going to let him go.
Right at the knees. So Abreu is rung up. And here in the 3rd, nothing doing. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd, still no score. Sean Figgins has taken a strike and hits this one toward the hole, but a nice backhand stop there. Very nice by Napoli. Underhands to the pitcher, Herring covering over at first base. Here's what you said. Which Giffey recorded the first hit, the first game they played back in 1990 on this date. You said senior, and you were right. Batting in the two-hole single in the first inning. Junior followed him with a base hit. Jay Buhner went 2 for 3 in that game with an RBI against Kansas City's Storm Davis. Yeah. Goody. And one. How about Mr. Bautista? Wow. 43 home runs.
That's impressive.
And
so what's the most he's had up to that point?
I don't know.
What do you have? 18 last year? 19
18
something
or 19,
like that?
yeah.
I mean, he just came out of nowhere, huh? That's a great story. And he's just buggy whipping stuff.
Yes.
And he's
he
not
has a
getting
big leg kick and just turning it loose.
Oh, man.
The home run that he hit in the game tonight was fastball inside, and it was a line drive into left field as Franklin strikes out, but he is turning it loose. He looks totally different than last year, swinging with a lot of confidence and just letting it go.
It's like a beach ball to him right now.
The Mariners and the Indians face off this Friday, and it's singles night here at the Yard. Your ticket includes a seat in the singles night section, admission to the pregame party, and your first beverage. So to join your fellow bachelors and bachelorettes, visit mariners.com/singles. Here's Branyan now with 2 outs. Bottom fell out of that.
Yeah, speaking of turning it loose, this guy turns it loose too. He does not get cheated either. Good pitch right there.
So down it goes on strikes. That's his 4th strikeout, and through 3. Still looking for our first run. A familiar plan here lately. No score after 3.
Thank you, Angie, and good to join in the funhouse here. We got Jay Buhner, Mike Blowers. Good to see you, boys.
The funhouse.
Why not? Huh? You doing all right?
I'm doing lovely. How about you?
Doing very well, thank you.
Nice lid.
Thank you.
Like
gotta match it up a little bit. Both these pitchers. Don't you like two guys on top of their games here, and each team trying to take whatever opportunity they can get to try to get running.
And so far early, they both have had some opportunities, and you have to wonder because I heard you saying it earlier about Felix. As the game goes on, he gets stronger.
Yeah, he does.
So for the Angels, trying to do the squeeze and do some things to get to him early is probably a good idea. It didn't work out for him. And then on the flip side of it, Aaron, he's starting to lock in a little bit too, starting to get that backdoor breaking ball and sinking in a little bit more.
And backing up that backup fastball, and then both of them throwing a great split finger, keep guys off balance. And Felix doing a great job of getting a double play ball. So
that was huge.
Good old-fashioned pitcher's duel.
Full count to Turi Hunter. The base hit to center field is first time up. Matsui did big damage last night. He's on deck. Comes at 3-2 to Hunter. Got him looking.
Thanks for coming.
Frozen.
Look at him tipping his hat. See, you gotta love that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you could do is laugh, man. That's like 3-2. That's filthy 3-2. Come on.
Gearing up for 95,
look at his knee
and
buckle.
he snaps off a breaking ball.
He sat down on the stool, knee buckle. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll take it and like it.
That's sort of like, remember when we were in New York last time, Jeter took a pitch like that and he turned to the dugout just went, wow. That was very classic.
I mean, it is a game. I mean,
yes.
we all want to, we all want to get a knock. We all want to hit 1,000, drive in the big run and everything. But sometimes you got to be realistic.
Right. Hey, the other guy's trying to.
Exactly. 600 ABs, at some point you're going to get stuck to it.
Felix, his third strikeout. Loto Matsui lined out the left his first time up. Like Socha said, this ball club is struggling these last 30 games. This is one guy that hasn't. After a very slow start, Matsui started to swing the bat a little bit better. Certainly as evidence last night, that laser shot he hit up at the cafe.
Yeah, right in somebody's cream brulee up there.
Had him played perfectly. Josh Wilson throws out Matsui. Hit it hard at 3-1. He's got an out to show for it. All right, Geico quote. On this date, back in 1990, the bet was the first hit. He had no chance. He told me he couldn't let me outdo him. I know the first time I hit a home run, he's going to try to do it too. You bet. Ken Griffey Jr. Senior talking about Junior. On this date, and Senior hit his first home run in the first inning at Fenway on September 7th. Junior didn't hit one. Did not hit a home run. Senior hit another on September 10th at Seattle. And again, no homer for Junior. Then they went back-to-back on September 14th. Remember well, AJ?
Oh, I do. I got the scorecard signed by both of them still.
Nice.
Nice little trinket.
Two down here in the fourth inning. Felix Hernandez trying to get his first win against the Angels this season. 0-2 with a 5.12 ERA in 3 previous starts.
So there's talk about Napoli going to Boston, huh, here?
They claimed him on the waivers.
Big Manny making his first start with the White Sox.
And they win tonight, the White Sox. At Cleveland. Cleveland's bothered them all year. 1-2.
That could be a nice pickup for them, because I think if anybody could get Manny going, I think Ozzy's got the right temperament and personality. I think he's going to, I mean, not only him, but Joey Cora as well. I think the both of them are going to find a way to stick a prod in him.
Count runs at 3-2 in Napoli. Ibar's on deck.
But if you can't play for Joe Torre, who can you play for? Come on.
Isn't that the truth? Biggest problem for Chicago, Matt Thornton and J.J. Putz going down to injuries. Really hurt that ball. 3-2. Napoli, did he hold? He did. Jerry Mills, the first base umpire. Second walk by Felix, both to Napoli. 2 down here in the fourth. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. This homestand continues. Finish up the Angels' last visit to Seattle tomorrow, and then the Cleveland Indians, their one and only Northwest Passage this year. Boston Red Sox have another trip out this way. There's Ibar, infield hit last time. Napoli's walked twice. Abreu struck out twice. Felix with 3 Ks on the evening. Ball stroke to right field. Ichiro going back, and he puts it away. Nicely done. Ibar hit it about as hard as you're going to see him hit one. Felix can stroll off the mound in a pitcher's duel here in the fourth. Let's check out the crowd in the Budweiser Thirst Inning and see who's enjoying the game. A couple of stingy pitchers here in Seattle. Dan Herron against Felix Hernandez. Strike one to Jose Lopez. Lopez, Kochman, and Saunders. 5, 6, and 7 here in the home fourth. And 2 to Lopez. Did Herron always have that pronounced hesitation?
I always remember the little bit I faced him.
Yeah. Reminds me a lot of the Japanese pitchers we see. Strike 3 called. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts now for Dan Herron, and he's got 5 on the evening. We check in with Angie Menton. All right, Angie, thank you. Fourth inning action as Casey Kochman stands in. He struck out swinging his first time up. The Mariners had a runner thrown out at third. They would have had a bases loaded situation, but Adam Moore rounded too far at third, and Ibar ran him down. Callaspo, he was thrown out at the plate of a contact play back in the third, so there have not been too many opportunities to get a run here against these two pitchers. 1-1. Through the hole for base hit with Casey Kochman.
With a swing by Casey, a couple two-seamers away from him. Pitch actually off the plate. Nice piece of hitting by Casey. Not trying to do too much with it. I'm surprised Kai Espo was playing where he was at with a left-handed hitter up there. He's almost playing straight up. Where usually you cheat over towards the hole a little bit more.
That base hit ends a string of 3 consecutive strikeouts by Herrin. Here's Michael Saunders, got caught looking his first time. Second game back for Michael after taking care of the shoulder after banging into the wall here about 10, 11 days ago. 1 for 4 last night, RBI single in the 7th. No stroke, right field, going back. Hunter on the track makes the catch. 2 down, 1 on here in the 4th. Take a look at the Quest High Speed pitch brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Both guys 90 plus. Felix Hernandez. How about some of those changeups at 89, 90 there coming in, and 2 seamers coming. I mean, he's making the ball just dance all over the place. As you mentioned earlier, Jay, both guys with the split working really well today. Adam Moore.
Good 2-seam and 4-seam setting up that split, too.
Adam pulled the pitch. Base hit. Back in the 2nd inning. Sacrifice fly last night, 0 for 3. One and 1. Angels win last night 5-3. That ended a 3-game losing streak. They also snapped their scoreless streak at 31 innings. They went crazy in the 6th last night with 3 home runs. Abreu, Matsui, and Borges. 1-1. Aaron coming over from the Arizona Diamondbacks July 25th. Haven't seen the Mariners since his days with the A's. This time facing them 07. Kai Espo, nice grab to Kendrick for the force, and that'll do it for the Mariners. 4 in the books. Yet another 0 on the board here. Herrin against Hernandez. With night games on Monday, September 13th, and Tuesday, the 14th, and on Wednesday, the 15th. They leave. Hey, come on out and leave the office a little bit early. Join us for a 3:40 U.S. Bank Mariners matinee for tickets to the Mariners and the Red Sox Visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Mariners 3-4 against Boston, 2-2 here at Safeco Field. No score, top of the 5th. Felix Hernandez, 3 strikeouts, a couple of walks. Dan Herron's got 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Mathis fouls one off the end of his bat. Mathis, Borges, and Callaspo's 8-9-1. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The 0-2 from Felix. Did he go? He went, says Jerry Mills. Another punch out for Felix at strikeout number 4. 1 down here in the 5th inning. Going to bring up the center fielder, Peter Borges, named the PCL Rookie of the Year. Award coming today. We saw this kid with some pop last night. Home run to straightaway center field. Looks at a strike. Borges 2 for 3. Run scored an RBI last night. Joe's bunt. Did he get hit? No. Gets in close on it. Felix Hernandez, career against the Angels, 4-7, 19 previous starts. Ground ball, backhand by Josh Wilson. Quick release, strong throw. Well done. 2 outs. With 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Top of the order now, Alberto Callaspo. 1 for 2 with a stolen base. Callaspo, first time we're seeing him as an Angel. He'd been with Kansas City earlier in the year. He went 0 for 5 last night. The 0-1. Felix is getting now 0-2. Callaspo thrown out. Trying to score in a contact play back in the 3rd inning. The 0-2. That was the the second big scoring threat by the Angels in the 2nd inning. They left runners at 2nd and 3rd, a double play. Bases loaded at that point, and a double play got Felix Hernandez out of trouble. The 0-2 to Callaspo. Got him. Struck him out looking. That's strikeout number 5 for Felix Hernandez. 2 in this inning. And he continues to deal and duel with Dan Herron. Barstools, you've come to the right place. Let me tell you, Dan Herron, Felix Hernandez, they are getting after it hard here. Dave Sims, Jay Buhner, Mike Blowers. Bottom of the fifth, that'll be Josh Wilson to lead it off. 9-1-2 here for the Mariners, followed by Ichiro and Figgins. Mariners had a great chance to score in the second inning with 2 outs. Adam Moore aggressively rounding third base and got caught by Eric Ivar. Ran him down. Ball and 2 strikes. Hit to right field, backs up Turiano a little bit. It's a modified basket catch. That wasn't bad. That was pretty interesting.
What happened?
Took a man off. Oh, man. Base hit Ichiro.
Good, get him out of there.
You know that's
get him out somehow, right?
Base hit for Ichiro. His second tonight, gives him 169 on the season.
A little instinctive play there.
Right back up the middle.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Especially on that index finger. Break a little blood vessel.
Split a nail sometimes.
Pull back the hangnail a little bit more.
Didn't look like it was hit that hard. He stuck his, I mean, he had time to reach all the way back around to get a piece of it.
So depending on what Jim Thome, if Jim Thome played tonight in the Minnesota 4-3 win, the 2 hits, Kazichra at 2,199. If Thome didn't play, they're tied for 172nd all time. Major League hit list. Up next, Willie Wilson at 171, 2,207, and Willie Randolph at 2,210.
Willow.
John Figgins, 1 for 2. He's got a stolen base. Get the run game going here.
I think you have to. There's no reason to wait around. Herron right now looks like he's on his game. Mariners haven't done much. Why not?
Well, they got the Figgins shift on. They got the center fielder playing shallow and towards left center. Brave straight away, but shallow and left.
I think everybody in the ballpark thinks something's going to happen right now.
Got to. Got to. No runs, 3 hits for the Angels. No runs, 6 hits and an error for the Mariners. Ichiro goes. Swung on, ripped, foul.
Now, the way this game's going, no sense sitting around waiting because you might not get another chance.
This word is proactive, my man. Proactive. Get it going. Make it happen.
You guys have said that a few times this year, huh?
He's been listening, hey, Mike? 1-1. Time's called.
I like it. Make him wait a little bit, make a little mistake over the plate, hit one in the gap, once you hit your own run because you're paying too much attention over there to him. Maybe that finger still hurts a little bit.
So it gives here 1-1, 1 out. Ichiro at first. So the strike, 1-2.
He's painting tonight, no doubt about it.
Ball and 2 strikes. Popped it up. Abreu will take it. 2 down. Catch the final Out to Lunch concerts in downtown Seattle on Wednesday. Grupo and Oshe brings contemporary Cuban and to Westlake Park. And on Friday, Clinton Farron and the Boogie Brown Band bring reggae to Harbor Steps. Visit downtownseattle.com for more info. Gutierrez in the 3-hole tonight, 0 for 2. Coming off a nice night last evening when he batted 6th. He went 3 for 4 with a run score. In the game before, he went 2 for 3 with an RBI. Pitch out, throw down the first. He drove back safely. Here's another look. Mathis, quick snap throw. Petro saw it coming.
I just go steal now. Rub it right back in their nose.
There he goes. And he's going to get it.
There you go.
So Petro breaks the tie, 86th all-time with George Sisler. That stolen base. It's number 35 on the season. Chance for Gutierrez to pick him up. Favorable count. Up and in, 3-0. One run, 2 runs are going to be huge. And opportunities have not been plentiful, so you better get on them. Branyan's on deck. Three and 1.
3-0 slider, huh?
Off the end of the bat.
I like it. Throw it 3-1, throw it 3-2.
Petro 376 stolen bases, 86 all time, 3 away from tying Barry Larkin. Gutierrez trying to pick him up here, 3-2. Pitch from Herron. Broken bat up the middle. Ibar's there. Throws, got him. And the ball went just a little bit farther than the barrel of that bat. Through 5, no score here at Safeco Field. Felix Hernandez and Dan Herron. They are in charge here at Safeco Field this evening as we begin the 6th inning. And Felix Hernandez with 5 strikeouts. He's walked 2. Herron struck out 5, walked 1. Here's Howie Kendrick to lead it off. Kendrick, Abreu, 102, 3, and 4. 6. Impressive performances by both of these right-handers. Might change the speeds on that, huh?
He's just getting some funny swings, I tell you.
He's 24 years old. Down to Lopez. Felix here in the month of August. 0.98 ERA. 3-2 record. It has really been something. Gave up 3 runs. Texas in a loss. Fouled off. Then he beat Oakland 2-0. Lost to Cleveland. Didn't have it that game.
How'd you like to have his arm? Huh?
But
at 24.
Kidding? What he did to the Yankees: 8 innings, 4 hits, no runs. 7 1/3 against Boston. Last time out, 1 earned run, 4 hits. See ya. How about that? Strikeout number 6. There was no chance.
And Kendrick's a good hitter. He's not afraid to let the ball get deep, as we saw him shank that fastball over the dugout. He comes back with another breaking ball.
Well, here's the battle.
Missed it by a foot, I think.
Oh, yeah. Here's Bobby Abreu, who's been caught looking twice, both on 2-2 counts. He and Felix are very good friends.
He's made him look silly tonight, though.
He certainly has.
He got on the first fastball, that at bat. That swing. First 2 at bats he was taking, and I was like, man, what are you waiting on?
Totally different approach.
This guy right here, you might get one good pitch to hit. You better not miss it. Especially when you got 4 great pitches. Like that. Thank you. He's walking away going, my goodness. Shouldn't have missed a fastball.
He knows it.
And it wasn't like the fastball was in the center of the plate either. It's still on the corner.
It was only 96.
Well, he's been caught looking twice. See what gives here. 0-2.
Oh, come on, Dale.
Go down to third base up by DJ Rayburn. Did not go. 1-2 to Abreu.
Ring him up anyway. Come on. Dave.
6 Ks for Felix. 2 walks. Giving up 3 hits.
Both pitchers are in the strike zone. Let's go.
1-2. Strike 3 call. Got him looking for the 3rd consecutive at bat. Strikeout number 7, 3 in a row for the last 5.
Didn't get the call on the inside corner. Goes back outside with another good fastball. 95 miles an hour.
He's walking back going, I'm taking one for the team right here tonight, boys.
That brings up Torrey Hunter. Last time we saw Torrey, he tipped his cap at Felix. He wasn't messing around either. Jumps on the first pitch, flies out to center, and Felix Hernandez has an easy inning. As he smiles, Torrey Hunter. It's one of those nights. The pitchers rule. the military, the United States Army in attendance. Here's Russell Brandon to lead it off. Aaron Herron, first pitch strike, a good one.
Let's get a big fly on the board right here.
How about these guys? Felix with 7 Ks, 5 for Herron. There's your high fly ball. It's not deep enough. Borges settles under, calls off Hunter. 1 out. Let's check in with Angie Minton. All right, Angie, thank you. Boy, the Yankees really bringing out the whooping stick last 2 nights against the Athletics. Here's Jose Lopez. See Bautista hit another one. 43rd.
Yeah.
And how about this? He got hit to start the 6th inning and put a capper on the 6th inning with a home run. It was a 10-run 6th for the Torontos. Beat Tampa Bay 13-5. Tampa Bay falls a game behind the Yankees. Line drive into the gap. Lopez will get extra bases on a 1-1 pitch. So Lopez a 1-out double. Jose's 25th 2-bagger. The team leader breaking the tie with Ichiro.
Solid base hit into the gap. Herron going away again. That's that little cutter he's been throwing, Jay, and he hits it hard into right center field. One of the things I was telling Dave before the game, sometimes you get those pitching matchups, and I told him, I said, whoever scores first probably wins this game. And that's really the way it's been playing out so far.
See if Kochman can pick him up. Kochman with a base hit to left his last time up.
Mariners tonight 1 for 4 with men in scoring position. One hit was an infield hit by Ichiro, did not drive anybody in on it. That's when Adam was a little aggressive coming around third, and they ended up getting him in a rundown.
Last 2 games, that has not been a strong suit. 2 for 10 of Mariners runners in scoring position entering tonight's game. Goes the other way again. Here comes Abreu. He's there for the 2nd out. Pitch right to his defense. It'll bring up Michael Saunders. Saunders strikeout looking and lined out to right. So this is his first night he's seen Dan Herron. This is his 3rd at bat. Been punched out and lined out. What's his attack, or how do you think Herron's going to attack him here in this 3rd at bat?
Well, based on what I'm seeing, hopefully he's living up the middle, hard in the middle, because Herron's been going after all these hitters and staying, for the most part, pretty much away, especially on the left-handers. He threw one fastball inside.
Threw a cutter in there, and then he punched him out on a 2-seamer that ran right back on the inside corner. Everything else has been away from him.
Same thing to Russell Brandon, just to get you thinking in there, and then he's been away.
Ball and strike. Two outs, Lopez at 2nd. Inside again on that strike.
Shows how smart we are.
He's throwing one in there all 3 at bats now. Well, the tough part for Saunders is he doesn't know coming in there, is it going to be that cutter in on my hands, or is he going to run the 2-seamer back on the corner? I just think at some point, especially for the younger guys, guys around the plate, be aggressive, go in there and get your hacks in.
No doubt.
Don't try to work a count, because you're going to find yourself in a 1-2 count.
Go up and get your hacks in. Oh, boy.
There's that cutter back inside.
1-2 strikes. Each scoring opportunity is precious.
Just think inside the ball, man, right here, 2 strikes.
Here's what Herron's done in this at bat against Michael Saunders. Two.
Dale's not giving a whole lot of love back there, is he?
Dale Scott, the crew chief, working home plate. 2-2 to Saunders. 2 out and runner at second.
They're exploring a good pitcher's pitch.
Three hits for the Angels. Aaron's given up 7 to the Mariners. Good ball game. 2-2 to Saunders. Full count now. Adam Moore, the on-deck hitter.
First base open. He is not going to give in to him. This will have some sort of wrinkle in it.
Three and 2 to Saunders. Pitch. Walked in. Second walk issued by Aaron tonight. Mariners first, lead second. 2 outs here in the 6th. Tomorrow on FSN, don't miss a triple header of all access season premieres. Find out how the Beavers, Cougars, and Huskies are preparing for their Week 1 gridiron matchups with interviews, highlights, and analysis you won't find anywhere else. Coverage starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. Football season upon us.
Can't wait. Love it.
Overlap season this time of year. We got the pennant races, football, pro, and college.
Best time of year.
Always got your easy chairs all set up. You get the refrigerators all set. Everything all ducks in a row.
Just trying to figure out which game you want to watch.
Get the honey-do list done early.
I think the Horns against Rice. I don't know if that was going to last very long. I think that UW BYU game might be a good
That's
one.
a good game. Washington State at Oklahoma State. Here's Adam Moore. Pitch away, ball 1. Adam Moore with a base hit back in the 2nd inning. 1 for 2. Playing him to hit towards right. Work the outside corner for strike 101. You got Lopez at second. Saunders at first. Mariners trying to squeeze out a run here. Felix Hernandez. 2-1. Tough go against the Angels all season for the Mariners. 3-11. 1-6. Here at Safeco Field. Here's the 2-1. Could really use a 2-out knock right here.
I think he wants that hanger back. What do you think?
86 miles an hour, a little breaking ball right in the middle of the plate.
Took a good swing on it. But that's the one you got to move forward right there.
I got Borges playing 5-6 steps in the right center.
Perfect. Get one off that Nikon sign out there. Watch everybody run, carry the mail.
2-2 to Adam Moore. Struck him out. Mathis applies a tag. Mariners are done in the 6th. They leave 2. Herron throws another. ZERO on the board. breakaway in club history. This Saturday, the Mariners host the Indians and the first 15,000 fans 21 years of age and older receive a thick, luxurious fleece blanket just in time for the cooler weather. For tickets, visit mariners.com. We got a party in the booth watching two pitchers at the top of their game. Dave Sims, Jay Buhner, and Mike Blowers in the FSN crew. Felix Hernandez, 7 Ks. He has struck out 4 of the last 6 men that he's faced. Strike 1, Hideki Matsui to lead it off. Matsui, Mike Napoli, and Eric Ibar, 5, 6, and 7.
One of the things we were talking about at the start of the game is Felix 204 innings coming into it. This might be his last one. 93 pitches now in the game. Working here through the 7th, but they've been pulling him a little bit earlier.
Pretty efficient.
Has to be tough, doesn't it?
They're hoping. Because you know their whole game plan is trying to get his pitch count up so they'll get him out. They're going, hey, you know, they're probably going to pull him after 7. Let's try to get it after 6.
2 strikes to Matsui, who's 0 for 2, lined out to left, grounded out to short. 5 for 25 against Felix Hernandez.
This is the one guy that's had a pretty good approach against King.
Ball and 2 strikes. Felix was in trouble in the 2nd. With 1 out, bases loaded, but he got a double play, get out of it. 2-2 to Matsui. Full count now. Like Napoli's on deck. He's walked twice. There's the only 2 free passes issued by Felix. 3-2 pitch. He's aboard. Ball 4.
Another good pitch.
Wow. 3rd walk. Leadoff man's aboard here in the 7th.
Now Felix does a great job though. Just walk around, recollecting, and coming, grabbing, towing up on the slab, and coming right back at him. But pretty darn good pitch.
0-1 to Napoli. Twice worth the full count. Chance for 2. Stay with the 1 as Napoli's thrown out. Hit hard. 1 out here in the 7th. Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Budweiser. With full flavor and a crisp, clean finish, it's what we do. By Pizza Hut and the new Big Italy Pizza. Almost 2 feet long with a big taste to match. And by Safeco Insurance. Find a local Safeco agent at Safeco.com. Good matchup here tonight at Safeco Field. Felix Hernandez and Dan Herron. There's Eric Ibar. This is strike 1. Ibar 1 for 4 last night. Dropped down a bunt in the 5th. For 2 tonight. Felix gets in front of Ibar quickly. Strikeout number 8. Moore will throw down. Ibar is gone. 2 outs. Strikeout 2-3. Second out. Strikeout number 8.
Take a look at the swing by Ibar. This is an emergency hack right here. Just buries the pitch in the dirt. I mean, no chance. Good representation here tonight
throughout this whole lineup. Abreu's borne the brunt of it with 3 Ks looking. Mathis looks at strike 1. And Suey takes the lead at second. Felix last time out against Boston last week had 9 strikeouts. Ichiro will put this one away. Runner to second, to no avail for the Angels. Felix threw 7. Shutout baseball here at Safeco. He needs some runs. Josh Wilson, Ichiro, and Hernandez and Dan Herron. And Felix, his night over. 7 innings, 3 hits, 8 Ks, 3 walks. Yeoman work again. Boy, he is the horse, no doubt about it. He is amazing. What a performance by Felix Hernandez. Mariners getting some runs could pick up a win here. Pitcher of record. 1-1 to Josh Wilson, who's 1 for 2 this evening. 2 strikes.
Again, that has to be tough. You're trying to win the game. Felix, you know he can go out and throw 125, but you have to protect him also. The 7 innings he's thrown in the game tonight, he's at 211 on the year. And we're just rolling into September as Josh Wilson strikes out. But
it's safe to say
I think you have to do it, don't you?
He's gone out there and done his job.
Of course,
so
yes.
You got to take into consideration
Absolutely
your great young arm, the foundation, your star of your organization, him and Itchy. So I mean, you start hearing the grumblings, and knock on wood, of with Strasburg and all the different things that are going on. I mean, so that always brings up that. And then you got the young guns down there in Texas, and you got Nolan Ryan, and he doesn't believe in that. So
Josh Wilson strikes out. 7th strikeout by Aaron Ichiro. 1-0. Flips one to Abreu, who was waiting for it. 2 outs. Well, we send kudos to Felix Hernandez, but Mr. Herron's been darn good too.
Matching up numbers, that's for sure.
7 strikeouts, 2 walks. Scattering 7 hits. Biggins has 1 of them. He's 1 for 3. to Figgins. Figgins had a stolen base back in the first inning after his base hit to center. His 33rd. 2 behind each round who has a stolen base to 1-1. Brandon League throwing for the Mariners. Francisco Rodriguez throwing for the Angels. League will get the 8th inning. 1-2 to Figgins. Strike 3 called. 8th strikeout for Dan Herring. He was outstanding as well. To the 8th we go in a 0-0 ball game. By the Ellensburg Rodeo. Escape to the wild side this Labor Day weekend at the Ellensburg Rodeo. For tickets, visit ellensburgrodeo.com. Brandon League takes over on the mound for Felix Hernandez. Trying to throw up another 0. Up on the board. What a pitcher's duel tonight. Felix Hernandez, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 8 Ks. Our Northwest Dodge dealers call to the bullpen brings us Brandon League. Borges, speed guy. You want to make sure you get him. Earlier today, Borges named outstanding player in the Pacific Coast League.
Pretty nice accolade, huh?
Yeah, he's good. Rookie of the year in the PCL.
And I tell you what, for a guy that can run, got some pop. Showing some pop last night. Anybody can go dead central. Got a little hidden pop in there.
Lopez back at third. We haven't seen this kid bunt, but if he could get one down, yeah, there it is. So with that speed, that's got to be part of his game,
well,
right?
Just like, remember Brett Butler? I mean, guys would be playing right on top of him, and he'd still get the bunt down, still beat it out.
Exactly.
So speed kills, man. Especially in a game like this. Get a rabbit on there and make something happen.
He's the 9-hole guy. You got Caspo and Kendrick and Braylon Hunter coming up. Good pitch by Lee to strike him out. Always an important first out. Lee clearly is murder on right-handers, dropping down with a big sweeping motion. Along with the cutter, he's got the good fastball, 2-seam run in.
Throws hard.
Yeah.
Went through a little bit of a rough spot there and then settled back in nicely. Got good stuff.
Pitching's been good for the Mariners. It's just, the last and most offensive categories. I mean, Felix say this all the time. If he had an offense going for him,
he'd be 10-10.
He'd be 17-3 for crying out loud.
Then they'd have to get him inside.
Well, then it's
That'd be a slam dunk.
Oh, absolutely. No brainers, no brainer. Come on. 101 to Callaspo. 2-1. Kevin Jepson has been throwing. He threw a third of an inning last night. Saunders will not glove it. It's in the gap, and Callaspo's got extra bases all the way to the fence. Callaspo will hold it second with a double. So a 2-1 pitch. It goes opposite field, and the Angels have a runner in scoring position. Nice job there by Callaspo. And Saunders split the difference between Michael and Franklin Gutierrez. There's Howie Kendrick, 0 for 3 against Felix Hernandez. Struck out once. One out man at second. Check down first, he wins. This is Jerry Mills.
Thank you.
One from League. Tough out here, and you got Abreu on deck.
He's going to earn his money with the heart of the lineup coming up.
Cranked to the gap. That's lots of trouble. One hop off the fence, over the fence. Run scores on the automatic double. 1-0 Angels. Howie Kendrick has hurt the Mariners a lot this year, and he does it again. Picks up RBI number 64.
It's an off-speed pitch. Take a look to see if it's his breaking ball or a split. 88 miles an hour. Put that pitch in the middle of the plate. Take a look at the swing by Howie Kendrick. Split, leaves it middle in.
They're going to put Abreu on. Pitch to the right-handed hitting Torrey Hunter. One of our mics picked up some profanity down near the dugout. We apologize for that. Such is the nature of professional sports.
Can't believe that. Heat of the battle.
One out, runners at first and second. A run in, 1-0 Angels. Torrey Hunter with a base hit to center, a strikeout. So he tipped his cap to Felix Hernandez and a fly out to center field. Ball 1 to Torrey. Bouncing ball, Lopez. And they get the double play. So the runner out of the baseline throws across, and they limit the damage to just 1 run. So the Mariners Thank you, Angie. Here in the 8th inning, Mariners now trail by a run. They'll have the heart of the order. Gutierrez, Brandon, and Lopez against the new pitcher for the Angels, Kevin Jepsen. Right, Andrew? He was impressive last night. Picked up, pitched a third of an inning. We've seen him almost every time out. When the Mariners take on the Angels. Takes over for starter Dan Herron. 7 strong innings. One to Gutierrez as you look at the Herron line. Good stuff. 2 walks, 8 Ks. 110 pitches. 72 for strikes.
Almost matching each other up.
Yep.
Herron with 2 walks and 8 Ks, and Felix with 3 walks and 8 Ks.
And as Dave mentioned, we've seen Jepsen. His fastball will be 95, 96 miles an hour. Throws a hard slider. 48 strikeouts in 44 innings he's pitched this year.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 here to Gutierrez. Got him. Mike, there's that same pattern we've seen the last 2 months, just working him hard outside.
A lot of breaking balls to Franklin away. Typically, if you throw him a fastball in, it's in off the plate, and they go right back out there. They're not trying to come in there for a strike, just straighten him up a little bit, and then go away from him again.
There's Russell Brandon, a walk, a strikeout, and a fly out the center.
Well, there's only one thing on his mind right now, and that's tying up the ball game. Lift and separate.
Down low. Brandon with 20 home runs on the season. 10 since returning back to the Mariners.
Well, Jepsen, aware of what Jay was talking about, throws him a slider, a 2-0 slider, just doesn't want to give in to him and throw him a fastball.
I bet Russell was sitting on that too right there.
2-1 from Jepsen. It's the outside corner, 2-2. Jepsen
still sitting on that slider. Since you'll sit on a pitch and don't come off of it, sometimes you take one right down the middle. People go, "What are you looking for?"
Not that one.
I'm sitting sliding, Chopper. I mean, come on. What do you think? I take it down the middle.
Look out. Jepsen, born in Anaheim, lives in Phoenix now. Spent parts of the last 2 seasons with the club. Randy would love to take him downtown. Here's a 3-2. Brandon's earned a walk. Touch base again with Angie Mente. All right, thank you, Angie. Russell Brandon lifted for a pinch runner. Mariners down a run. And Matt Tuiasosopo will pinch run. Here's Lopez. He doubled to right center his last time up. That was back in the 6th. Mariners couldn't get him home. Goes the same spot again. That's going to sit down. Tui will run. He's at second. He'll get the 3rd. Lopez coming up with a big base hit. Throw back to 3rd. He almost got Tui. Oh, my goodness. They already had Adam Moore rounding third back into second and got him in a rundown. Oh, man.
How's Tins feeling over there at third base coach right now?
Take a look at it. Almost the identical base hit. He had a double last time up. Hits it in the same spot out right center field. Borge is able to cut it off. Tui rounding third, almost a little bit too far.
Ooh. That would have been just shy of a cataclysm. I mean, man, oh man.
There's nothing Tinsley can do on something like that.
Absolutely not. Kochman trying to pick up a run here. Tie it up. Lopez, a couple of hits his last 2 times up. Kochman went opposite field back in the 4th.
Been staying away on Casey. Casey doing a nice job tonight. Staying on the ball, taking it and hitting it where it's been pitched.
Runners at the corners here for the Mariners. 1 out. Lead run at first. They are in dire need of a base hit here. Gotta have one.
Take a sac fly, too.
That'll work.
Wild pitch.
2-1. Worked it to 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Casey Kochman this time. Runners take their leads. 3-1 to Kochman. He's aboard with a walk. The bases are loaded. 1 out for Michael Saunders.
Pitching coach Mike Butcher going to go talk to Jepsen. Nobody up and throwing in the Angels bullpen. They're going to leave it up to him.
Mariners with just 1 win at Safeco Field this season against these Angels. July 18th. 2-1 victory in 10 innings. Biggest spot as Michael Saunders has had in his young career. Down a run, bases loaded, 8th inning. Rodriguez up throwing quickly. And Cisco Rodriguez. Saunders walked his last time up. 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a line out to right field. Ball 1. You got Tuiasa Sopo at third. You got Lopez at second. You got Kochman at first. 1 out. Sweating this one out. Down a run. RBI double by Howie Kendrick at the top of the inning, giving the Angels the lead. 1-1 to Saunders. High drive. Right field. Hunter just shy of the track. Tuiasa Sopo down the line. He's going to score. Tie ball game on the sac fly by Michael Saunders. They're taking third. is Jose Lopez. For Saunders with his 29th RBI, a big one.
Tell you what, Michael, he just missed that.
He just missed it. It looked like he got that slider that we were talking about with Raymond sitting on it. Take a look at this pitch. Right there in the middle of the plate, 90 miles an hour. Not much break to it, but he left that one up. Good pitch for Saunders to handle, and he just missed it.
Little cement mixer, but
wow.
Adam Moore with a base hit gives the Mariners the lead. Lopez at third. Strike one. Adam on the base hit to left. Reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. A tie ball game, 1-1. Chance to go to the ninth with the lead here with a base hit.
A couple of good pitches from Jepson on both of them right on the outside corner.
Two hole here from Moore. Lead run 90 feet away. Just got a piece of that. Inning started with Gutierrez striking out. Walk to Brennan. Tuiasosopo pinch runs for him. Lopez singles Tui to third. They walk Kochman on a 3-1 pitch, and Saunders on a 1-1 hits a sacrifice fly. As Mike said, just missed the grand slam. Hope they have that one back. 0-2 here to Moore. Dig by Mathis. Starters were brilliant tonight. Felix Hernandez and Dan Herron. As you look at Michael Saunders, who just picked up his 29th RBI. Second game back. Missing time with a bad shoulder. All in 2 strikes. Moore on a punch out. Is it enough? It is! Base hit! Lopez scores. The Mariners have a 2-1 lead.
oh, you gotta love it. Fillet of fish.
And you know, to hold it back, you kept pointing right side.
Michael's over here writing flicka, just a little fillet of fish is all we want.
That's a good piece of hitting, too. You're down 0-2 and the guy's throwing 96 miles an hour. He's able to stay with this little breaking ball away from him. Gets just enough of it to give the Mariners the lead.
You go from wanting to be invisible at the plate to being a hero at the plate.
He's got 2 knocks and a big RBI for the lead. Pitching change. Rodriguez taking over. 2-1 Mariners. 2 runs in. Mariners have taken a lead here in the home 8th. And a chance to pick up another. Here's Josh Wilson against Francisco Rodriguez. Now, talk about putting a couple of good experiences in the bank for the 2 kids, Saunders and Moore, right?
I tell you, that'll do wonders for your confidence and your attitude right there coming up in a big situation, especially that little flick of fillet of fish right there, man.
I like that.
That's, I mean, Jepson walked off going, you've got to be kidding me.
Base hit up the middle.
Go.
Kochman's not a fast runner. They're going to wave him. And overrun by Borges. Kochman scores. Throw to third. Not in time. 3-1 Seattle. RBI for Josh Wilson. His 19th. 3 consecutive RBIs by the Mariners with 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
We're getting some 2-out lightning, Dave.
Talk about a welcome sight. Good stuff here by Wilson. So a base hit and an E8. And Kochman, as you know, not one of the real fast runners, but Mariners catch a break.
Dave, and it's also that time there you talked about it with Saunders, a young player, Moore, a young player, Josh getting a chance to play. In these types of situations and the opportunities, sometimes it'd be real easy to pinch hit for some of those kids, but you have to run them up there. That's the only way they're going to get experience and learn how to deal with it.
Ichiro with a chance to pick up yet another run. How about the Mariners? They banged out 10 hits. I don't think Ichiro's going to pull the ball. See if he can go against the grain here, 1-0.
And as much as that does, getting a big base hit for your confidence, it's when you do pinch hit for him, that absolutely destroys the kid's confidence. I like it. Put some pressure on them, too. Tim's doing a nice job over third base. Put pressure on the defense.
Ibar's got to hurry. Got him! Oh, man, he just got him! Well, the Mariners put 3 runs on the board against the relief corps of the Angels. To the 9th we go. They turn it over to the DA. 3-1 Mariners. Take a look at our Jack in the Box in-game box score. Check out the bottom 3. Saunders, sack fly, single Moore, and a single for Josh Wilson, all in the 8th inning. Really big performance by 3 of your young performers. That's good stuff here for the Mariners, who were down 1-0 after 7.5. Hey, if you're looking for a way to save money in your commute, consider a Sound Transit ST Express bus. For route information, visit soundtransit.org. So now Ardsma, he'll face Matsui, Napoli, and Ibar, 5, 6, and 7 here in the 9th inning. Ardsma 25 out of 30 46 Ks in his 43 1/3. Big shift on for Matsui. First pitch. Ball 1. Mariners sending 8 men to the plate in the 8th inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. An error by the Angels, and they left 2. 1-1 to Matsui. He's lined out to left. Grounded out to short and long. Second one that Adam Morris had just squared up on his face mask. He was thinking, I could have played first base. I mean, it's like right out of Rocky with hit me, Mick, hit me. I mean, just 2. I think it was in the 2nd inning he took one flush. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Matsui. Trying to remember here, Mike, Jay, last time the Mariners had an 8th inning like we just saw here. 2-2. Now full count to Matsui. They give up the lead in the top half, come back with 3 in the bottom half.
There haven't been many of them, but as you were saying, it's nice to see that the kids were the ones that came up with the hits. You know, the young guys in there. Sack fly by Saunders.
No doubt. And quickly. It all happened in a hurry.
Sure. 10 hits for the Mariners. 3-2 pitch. Matsui, good rip. We saw Ardsma Sunday picked up his 25th save, a 2-1 victory over the Twins. As he won that one for Luke French, helped make Luke French a winner in that game. 3-2 to Matsui.
Oh, broke back on a piece of Dale Scott.
Right off
hit
the
him
hand.
Yeah.
Dale Scott, the crew chief, shaking that right hand. Watch this.
Broken bat, swings all the way back around and gets him right on the hand. He's trying to protect it behind him.
Ooh, man.
It's a good thing hit him with the barrel.
Yeah.
Not the other hand, because you could be wearing that one. Literally.
Trying to shake it off. 3-2 to Matsui coming up, leading off the 9th inning. Mariners up 3-1. The pitch. Down low, and he's aboard. So the Mariners back on July 25th against the Red Sox. Down 2-1. Come back, get some runs in the 8th. 3 runs. Michael Saunders with a big sac fly in that one. Milton Bradley had an RBI in that one. That's the most recent 8th inning lightning for the Mariners. Here's Napoli, tying run at the plate. Strike 1. What a bat by Matsui. The Mariners have turned 2 double plays. A third would do the cause good right now. Napoli does hit a hard ground ball right at somebody. It's going to be super tailor-made because neither he nor Matsui are fast runners. 1-1. Moore keeps it in front. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Nice play right there by Adam Moore.
Nice play by Adam. And pitch before that's 2 splits in a row. The last one he left up, and a couple he's left up to Matsui also. So he decided he was going to bury one, try to get that pitch back down in the strike zone. Nice play by Adam, but he doesn't have a real good feel for a split right now.
2-1 to Napoli. Big swing and a miss. 2-2. Got to be careful. Thanks, Scioscia. Watching his home run leader, Napoli, 2-2 with Ardsley. Just off the glove. Infield set for 2. Napoli digging in. Not much of a lead by Matsui at first. The 2-2. Down to Lopez. Got a chance. There's Figgins for 1. Katzman. Diggs got it. Double play. Third double play right on time.
Oh, it's a nice little 2-hopper to Lopez. Makes a good throw down to second. Figgins can't quite get the handle on it. Throws it anyways. And,
great pick.
well, we've seen Casey Kotchman do that all year.
Made it look easy. Yeah. Hey, threw Figgy a nice little 1-hop back over to him. Here you go. Great play right there.
1 out away from victory. Here's Ibar. Strike 1. Ibar with an infield hit, a line out to right, and a strikeout. 3-1 Mariners. Lopez in on the grass at third. 18,737 on hand. Watches strike 2 to Ibar. Strike away from a win. The only previous win against the Angels here at home, July 18th. That was a 2-1 decision in 10. 1-2 to Ibar. Up high. 2-2. Ardsman's ready. 2-2. To left field. Here comes Saunders. Puts it away, and that's the ball game. Case closed by the DA. The Mariners win it 3-1. And they make a winner out of Brandon Lee. Lee comes away with his 9th victory against 6 losses. Jepson will take the loss. 2 brilliant pitching performances tonight. Michael Saunders with the big sacrifice fly, followed by Moore with an RBI, and Josh Wilson with an RBI. 7, 8, 9 in the bottom of the order, coming up very big for the Mariners in the 8th inning. Good stuff.